Welcome to our show, everyone. No news may be bad news for the people of Myanmar. Since the government pulled the plug on the internet, few images of anti-government protests have made it out of the country. But that doesn't mean things are back to normal. Reuters.com is reporting at least 8 truckloads of prisoners were hauled away in Yangon on Wednesday. But it's also saying that dozens of Buddhist monks, nuns, and a few journalists were released. Still, the people of Myanmar are terrified. Soldiers are going house to house, searching for those who took part in the protests. The government says 10 people were killed in the clashes, but dissidents say the death toll is more than 200, with 6,000 detained. Dan Rivers got a hold of some startling new video that was smuggled out of Myanmar. These are exclusive pictures, and here's Dan's report.
This is the ugly face of military repression the generals who control Myanmar have tried so hard to cover up. The images just smuggled out by men and women who risked their lives are at least 2 days old. The pictures taken just before Myanmar's foreign minister claimed security personnel had exercised what he called the utmost restraint. The soldiers corralled those they caught in the middle of the road, some prisoners already clearly injured. Watched over by an officer in the now silent street. Earlier, the smuggled video showed a very different scene. The deafening chant of a confident crowd marching peacefully through the city. But the moment was short-lived. The demonstrators flee. Soldiers bark orders as an injured protester is tended to by an anxious friend trying to stay out of sight. And in the street, the remains of the stampede. Those who weren't fast enough are searched and loaded onto trucks by men who are not wearing uniforms, backing up protesters' claims that plainclothes intelligence officers were operating in their midst. Smuggled evidence seeping out of this isolated country that the pro-democracy movement is being ruthlessly crushed. Pictures that are likely to define Myanmar's government to the world. Dan Rivers, CNN, Bangkok.